few newspapers this week have been reporting that around about 500 families over the last 5-6 years have actually blocked the wishes of relatives when it comes to organ donation. I know everyone's going to have their own opinion on this, but for what it's worth, I thought I'd give my two pennyworth. I've been on the donor register since I was probably 17 or 18, I think, most likely when I got my first driving licence. I know my parents at the time didn't really understand my wishes. However, had anything happened to me and they'd had to make that decision at my bedside when approached by the doctors, I would like to think that they would have respected a decision that I'd made, whatever their own feelings were. I know it's obviously very difficult. I've never been in that position, and I wouldn't wish to be. But if my son, daughter, wife has made that decision and has consciously put themselves on the donor register, no matter what my feelings at the time, I'd like to think that I would respect what they wanted. To me, and I know that everyone's got their own opinion, and I know that there are various religious reasons, cultural reasons why people don't feel comfortable about going onto the donor register. But the way I look at it, and this is probably a very simplistic viewpoint, if I was about to scrap my car and I was going to take it down to the crusher's yard, it would make perfect sense to take out all the bits that still work, that can be used as spares, whether it's headlights or a clutch or whatever. It makes sense to take those things out before the car finally gets crushed. And as I say, it's probably a very simplistic viewpoint, but I kind of look at my body in the same way. It may come to a point where my body doesn't function, but there are bits of me which may still be working perfectly well. And if I can help one of the, I think it's something like 6,500 people on the transplant waiting list, if I can help one of those people to have a second chance of life before they put me in a cardboard box and burn me, then to me that just seems the sensible thing to do. For those of you who aren't on the transplant list, all I would ask is just think about it. I'm obviously speaking now from a personal standpoint, having been with someone who requires an organ, and if I wasn't already on the donor list, I think now would be the point where I would do that. And as I say, perhaps if everybody just thinks about it and thinks about what they can actually do, the help that they can give someone after they've died, even if just one more person joins the donor list after listening to me ramble on, then it's a job well done.